All right, hello again, and welcome back to Empire of the Sun. Awaiting the Allied card play, and this time he plays this card, Operation Reno, to the invasion of Rabaul right here. Okay, so he plays that at HQ. Okay, he plays it for the event against Southwest Pacific. Okay, so if you see here, the logistic value is 7. If he uses the Southwest HQ, that's good old Douglas MacArthur down here. So he has a losing value of 7 plus 2, so he activates 9 big units. Okay, so he activates 9 big units, and then I'm just going to fast forward it because you know how it works, activation and movement. So I'm not going to bore you with that. So I'm just going to, okay, so you can see him moving and blah blah blah, and you can see him beginning. It looks like a pretty big offensive in the South Pacific. Okay, interesting. He's attacking Rabaul quite thematically. Okay, all right. Okay, so now he's got this big offensive going, and boy, it looks really serious. And it is rather serious. What I'd like to show you here is a tactic that you should be familiar with as an Empire of the Sun student or player, and that is a tactic called pinning. I've showed this to you earlier a little bit before in the previous turns, but I wanted to show it to you again. What he's doing here, if you can see, he has 4 battle hexes. He's got this battle hex A, second battle hex B is here, C is up here in Kwajalein, and D, the big one, is here in Rabaul. And all the other D's and B's and A's just tells you who's being committed to attack what unit. All right. So what's going on here is the big attack is happening here in Rabaul. What he wants to do is he wants to destroy the remaining Japanese heavy carrier, the Soryu, as well as its buddy, the EA battleship. Okay, and to do that, he's launched these battleship Mississippi, Northampton, cruiser. He sent the carriers Lexington and Enterprise, and he sent about 15 factors of land-based air from Lai to attack Rabaul. Okay, so if you count that all up, that's 55 factors, and he's hoping to wipe out the Soryu and the Hiei. Okay, now what is all this? What is the A and the B? Okay, so what he's doing is he's pinning this. If he hadn't pinned this guy, then I could react and I could send these forces against them. We would have a big carrier battle, and I could win. Okay, because these are pretty powerful naval units. I've got the Yamato, which is an 18, the Nagato, which is 20. I've got 20. What is that? 38, 50, 58, 66 worth of 66 factors worth of naval power right here, which would be pretty, daunting right now. Okay, and I've also got another 22 factors here and another 14 there in Kwajalein, which I can use to react to this battle down here in Rabaul. But what he's done is he's sacrificed, he's gone ahead and attacked this thing with this with this air unit, long range air, and that pins this these naval forces, this 66 worth of naval force, pinned by this one factor of Allied air power. Okay, so that's what he's doing. He's pinning this. He's pinning this. So if you think about it, he's basically throwing this away. This LRB is going to attack this. It doesn't stand a chance. He's not going to be able to survive the onslaught, as it were. But he's doing a good job, and just in case he rolls a 9, well, whoop-de-doo, he gets a critical hit. So lucky for him. Okay. So the B again here, he sacrifices this LRB, this 2-factor LRB, and attacks that. Another 2 LRB to attack this and pin it. And you might say, well, but if he loses all those air units, that's a bad thing, right? I mean, he's taking some pretty heavy losses. Well, yes, he does, but you know what? He can replace it all, because if you look again at his replacements chart, you see that every turn he gets 5 air factors back, or 5 air steps back. And so a common allied tactic in this part of the game is just a trick, is to throw away his air units and try to attrit, which means if you can exchange Allied air steps for Japanese air steps, then he's ahead of the game because I have very few, or the Japanese have very few allied air replacements. So that's not a good thing. Okay, so that's what he's doing. That's the strategy behind that. Okay, so going forward now, what did I do? How did the Japanese reply? Because now there's an offensive, now we can play this card. We can play this card for the event. Yay! Okay, so we flip this card. Okay, and JM25 code change. So it's automatic intelligence automatically see the attack coming. Okay, so I don't have to roll intelligence. So there's always a chance if I roll intelligence, I could roll. I would roll 5+2. I would have to roll 7 or less to see this coming, so it's not a surprise attack. But I'm not interested in, well, I'm not interested in taking chances. That's one thing, but also because I don't want. I want to be able to draw a strategy card. I want to put another card in our hand right here. Okay, so hopefully that will happen. And so I played that. I draw a strategy card, and I'll show you that card in a subsequent video because if I show it to you, if I draw another card now, it's not going to be the same card as I drew in the game itself. So I'm going to hold off on that. All right, so I have a reaction, and I'm going to activate. What I did was I activated truck, the not truck, sorry, the South THQ. Okay, activated South THQ, and then I activated. It gives me 3, 2 plus 3. That's 5 activations because you've got a 3 card going plus the 2 activations. The efficiency of the South THQ, that's 5. And remember, I can only activate either only Army units or only Navy units. Can't activate both. If I remember correctly, I didn't activate 5 because I just don't have that many to activate. Okay, like this guy's out of range, I think. This guy's just barely in range, so he gets activated. This guy got activated. This guy got activated, and I think that's it. I don't think I can activate any more. Okay, so basically I think I moved this fellow to the battlefield again here in order at range to be able to hit this thing. Okay, I think I moved this fellow to the Admiralty Islands, so again it's within easy range of this. Then I moved this fellow here to Davao, then out to Palau, Palau like this, and then another third step takes me all the way to Hollandia. Okay, but unfortunately, it's not within normal range, it's within extended range. So this fellow only gives me 10 factors out of 20 factors into the combat. So the big combat here is basically 55 allied factors versus 50 Japanese factors. Okay, so this is 29 at 27. Excuse me, that's 27 plus 5 is 34 plus Junio. What did I say? Oh yeah, 40. No, man. Let me count that again. 27 here, 27, 32, 40, 50. Okay, because it is only half range. So half strength because it's at full at extended range. So it's only at 10. So that's 50. So 55 allied versus 50 Japanese. In the next video, we will see the resolution of the combat. And it's lots of fun because this big battle turns out to have some serious consequences. All right, see you in the next video.